For centuries, altars have been used as a way of spirituality and a way of representation. Whether it been um, the natives of the planet giving gratitude to the gods or the Anunnaki, or whether it been for summoning certain deities from different dimensions, these altars have been used throughout history, throughout all different civilizations, cultures, and even races. Even in the Bible, it talks about, and the Lord sat upon the altar. The Lord sat upon the altar. What does this say? Is the Lord summoning? Is the Lord being deified? Is the Lord sending out waves of consciousness to interface with the spiritual side? These are things that we need to dive into so we can get a better understanding of what's being taken place, or what is taking place. Now, according to Albert Churchward's book, Signs and Symbols of Premortal Man, he breaks down how the Twas of Africa is the oldest people on the planet. And within that book, he brings to the light how the Twas would use altars in their spirit houses. Now, for y'all that don't know who the Twas are, go watch my video I did on the Twas. Okay, it is the same humanoid native of the planet that was discovered by archaeologists who claim that these Twas are the oldest people on the planet. He named his bones that he found Lucy, which was a Twa. Now today, these altars in modern sense, or in modern day today, these altars have been looked upon as something of a demonized manner. Anything that was used in the ancient world has basically been demonized in a negative way. And this has been done to turn you away from your power. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get to the point. I raised a question a little earlier in this video that the Lord stood upon the altar. It's in the book of Amos, Isaiah, that these prophets saw the Lord standing up on the altar. So of course when they saw the Lord standing up on the altar, they was probably in their astral body, seeing through their third eye, which allowed them to see into another dimension. Now these altars of the Lord standing up on it, an altar represents power, okay? So this is where the power, the seat of the power lies when it comes to a magician and his performance, okay? Because once you get up on this altar, you are in the stage of altering your consciousness. It's just that simple. You see, to set up an altar is to reprogram your subconscious mind consciously, to unlock the spiritual side of that which has been shut down from you. For more information concerning that, go check out my video, a closer look at altars. I'll go in great detail concerning that. See, during the days of Atlantis, we had people such as Thoth the Atlantean. he talks about in the Hermetica, the one that's written, translated by Walter Scott. He talks about how the people were far astray at first in their way of worship towards the gods until they started setting up altars and making statues. He said until they started making statues whereby they could invoke the daemons into these statues and bring them to life. Now we know that the Bible say, thou shalt not worship any graven image. That's what it say. But here's the thing. Thoth, aka Enoch, was taught everything in creation by God. That's what it say. It say he walked with God. And according to the book of Enoch, he was taught all things in creation. Okay? By default makes him a God. Why would he say the people were far astray at first until they started paying homage to the gods by making altars, by doing certain rituals, sacred rites and dances and chants and things of this spiritual side of humanity? Yet the Bible say, thou shalt not worship any graven image, idol, none of that. But Thoth, Enoch, aka Tahuti, the god of wisdom, said that's when they got on the straight path. These are some things that we need to talk about so we can get a full understanding of what is taking place here. Yeah. He said they started invoking the power of the daemons into these objects. We talking about Thoth the Atlantean, aka Egypt's Tahuti, the god of wisdom. So then today we get from what book is that? 101 Arabian Nights or something. Those tales from the Arabian Nights. Shit, I got the book. I just can't think of the name of it. But I got all these different tales talk about the jinn and all these Aladdin and the lantern. But this jinn is a genie. This jinn is a demon. This lantern is an idol. So you can invoke, according to the Hermetica, another book of Enoch, translated by Walter Scott from the Greek text, you can invoke a demon, a jinn, a genie into an idol. And it can cause harm or it can cause good. This is according to the Hermetica. Yes. I did a video on this. I think it's called The Truth About the Demons, aka Daemons Revealed, where I go into Hermetica showing it where it's talking about this. For y'all think I'm just running my mouth, okay? There, I got the documents for it. Go research, go check it out. You can research yourself, or you can just go watch the video in which I just stated. So these altars have and can be used for so many different things. Many people, like the elites, which started back in Atlantis from the Twas, who invoked these demonic parasites on our planet, was doing blood sacrifices. The elites themselves do blood sacrifices upon altars. An altar is a gateway and it opens a portal. Okay? That's what it is. It is a phone call and a portal on the spiritual side to another dimension. Yeah. So let's say you set up an altar, right? And if you display low dimensional shit, killing something, sacrificing it, you just gonna get low dimensional shit in return. You might get some benefits from it, but it's always gonna have a side effect. This blood sacrificing is a form, not a form, it is sorcery. Because it goes against the universal laws. Anything that goes against the universal laws, when it comes to the field of magic, is sorcery. This is where you get white magic, black magic, gray magic. It depends on a person's intentions. Now, I should have raised the question, how do you invoke a daemon or a jinn or a demon into a item or a object? Y'all ain't gonna get that shit here. No, because won't nobody say if somebody did it for a wicked purpose to attack somebody, you won't say you got that shit from me. Go research on your own and find it out on your own. Some things I will not talk about just based off the minds of humanity. The majority have no self-control of thought waves or thought control for me to give out that type of information. And not that I'm withholding information, is that I just don't trust the average person with certain information. This was the whole point of the mystery schools. You know, you go through initiation to qualify to go to the next initiation. So why would I throw some type of information out there like that, knowing that the majority have not went through initiation to withstand and receive some type of information, such as invoking the demon into a object? No, hell no, you won't get it here. Now I will say this though, when it comes to setting up altars and dealing with demons, angels, gods, you know, an angel ain't nothing but a form of a god. The daemons are the army or the workers of the God. The God. The Most High God. From which we all are thoughts of. All the four elements, earth, wind, water, fire, air, or whatever, ether, 5 elements. They are all thoughts of the universal cosmic consciousness. And these demons are the foot soldiers. So in the Hermetic it says that the daemons intervene between gods and men. Whereas we would think that it's God that intervenes between demon and men. No. The demons are the ones that carry out the order of the God. This is why when you watch the movie Aladdin just says, you know, what he wants. And then guess what? The demon, the jinn, the genie in the lantern carries out his order or his will. So in the beginning where it says the Elohim or God, it really said the gods. It was plural in the Hebrew text. The gods said, let there be light. It was the demons that caused the light to take place. Yeah. It was just given from the voice of command from the Most High, or the gods that dwell, that are omnipotent, that live in everybody, because everybody has 7 major chakras. Okay? So that is the Elohim in which gave out the command. The Elohim, the 7 major chakras. Okay? So you'll get that information if you know how to read between the lines in the Emblem tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, translated by Maurice Durrell. So it's there, you just gotta know how to read between the lines. And see, Aladdin represents you once your Kundalini is flowing in a microcosmic orbit and you are in your higher self. Aladdin literally represented Solomon, King Solomon. See, King Solomon became the wisest king in the Bible, not because God just said, I'm going to give you wisdom. He became the wisest king because he was taught by the 72 Goetia demons which live in his pineal gland, because we know the pineal gland has 72 chakras. And each chakra is a god or a deity. These chakras are energy vortexes, and these energy vortexes are dimensions where different gods, different deities, daemons, angels rule or roam. Okay? This is why the kingdom is within. Because again, each chakra, which is an energy vortex, which is access to another dimension, there are certain daemons that live, or demons, aka genie or jinn, that live in certain chakras. There are certain angels and certain gods. This is why the kingdom is within you. Everything on the outside is an illusion. So like, let's say you set up your altar, you did your ritual, boom, physical vision just blanked out, and now your third eye is clicked open. Now you in a room with a table on it, or a room with a table, and you see some ritualistic shit. Then you see a deity come out. That's because you just tapped into that realm. This is the point of setting up rituals and altars and saying certain chants, certain octave sound waves, certain sigils, symbols, to pull that energy in, to pull that aka deity in, so you can snap into their world or their dimension, which you are a multi-dimensional being. So you can go wherever you want to. All you got to do is alter your consciousness by using an altar. Okay? Again, for a little bit more insight on an altar, go watch my video. It's called A Closer Look at Altars. But yeah, go check it out. Until then, I think I said enough. I don't want to say too much. Peace.